What's up, it's your boy Ryan Leslie. You know I'm all about any movement that's for producers by producers. Salute and shout out one time to InstrosOnly.com, the For the Culture podcast. Make sure you keep it locked.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ep.2 producer.
Yes.
Got a co-host here, V-Man.
What up?
Marika B, what's up?
Hey there.
And we have a special, very special guest today.
Woo!
Give it up for the one and only Fuego
X.
What's good?
Same, bruv.
How's it going, bro?
Not too bad, just got a little cold, but
The ones
bear
there.
with me, please.
You been raving the weekend? Or?
Nah, none of that.
Alright, cool.
Just
you
work.
You don't rave, do you?
Sometimes,
Yeah?
I'm young, gotta have fun.
Cool.
But-
Hey, anyway.
For those of you that don't know, Fuego won our Producer Showcase 2017.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, bruv.
Congratulations. Round of
Thank you.
applause for Fuego.
Yeah.
Came through, killed it.
Thank you.
Shout outs to Illmind, J Hatch, and Prince Rapid, who were the judges that night.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
And Fuegs, tell them a bit about who you are, what you do, how you got started making beats.
I'm Fuego X. Previously known as Lil X, but I thought Lil X was a bit 2001, so I had to change up a little bit. But I do beats. Been producing for about 8 years or maybe even more, but only took it seriously like about maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it all started with, I think, on my 17th birthday back in Germany where I was born. So my mates knew that I'm very like into music and stuff, and I was always the one that would drum on the table or would do and I used to get in trouble for that a lot of times.
Alright, cool.
Or the one that always used to like do beatbox for like school ciphers,
Trust me,
Yeah,
so
so-
was in a circle.
Yeah, exactly.
The beats.
That's me as well.
Oh,
That was me,
Exactly,
Yeah.
So so one of my mates just thought I should do beats, and he downloaded me like a cracked version of Fruity Loops. I think it was Fruity Loops. Nah, it wasn't that old. I think it was like Fruity Loops 8 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
The starter kit.
The start
the star kid,
The black.
on my 17th birthday, no, 16th, sorry, not 17th, 16th. So it started from there. Just used to start off like remaking beats. Remaking beats like that I really liked. And
What are some of the beats that you made? Like, who were the producers that what beats were you trying to remake?
So the main producer that inspired me to actually produce was Timbaland.
Of course.
Yeah, Timbaland.
Cool.
That was during the time where you just heard Timbaland like everywhere.
Yeah.
On the radio, TV and stuff. So Timbaland really was the main guy I was like focusing on. I think the first beat that I tried to like cover was it was probably Justin Timberlake, Madonna, 4 Minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, that was dope.
I thought that one was like
Well, did you actually remake the same beat, or you did your own version to the song?
I actually remake the same beat.
Oh, right.
Nice.
But that was like the B-Tech version of 4 minutes. Of 4 minutes, yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's dope, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the rest is history, really.
So, like, did you you started off beatboxing and stuff like that. Did you have any musical background, like playing instruments or anything like that?
In my high school, we always had like profiles, and I was like in the music profile class basically, and I was the drummer of the class.
Okay.
We would always like have to like perform songs, terrible songs, in
Well,
front of
do
like.
you have to put them German folk songs?
Oh
Like,
no!
what
Thank God
kinds
it wasn't. Well, some of them were Germans, but
Yeah.
most of them were like, stuff that you would hear on the radio and stuff. So it wasn't that bad. But obviously, like most girls in our class were the singers, and I had to like sit right behind, like right in front of the speakers and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't. Yeah. Let's leave it there because I don't want to get into trouble. But
Just a little preview. A little preview.
Preview of the songs that
you played,
we had to play. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything recorded, but we used to play let me think, what songs did we play? We played.
Are they like all German songs or like pop? Actually, pop.
No,
Pop
actually,
songs.
actual pop songs like.
Oh, so like
English
what,
pop songs.
what year
and
was it?
some-
Like roughly.
Probably from year 2005 to
So we're probably
2009.
saying
So I'm talking about like Nelly Furtado.
Yeah.
We played what else? Come on. This song Broken Strings. Broken Strings, Nelly Furtado and someone else.
Oh, was this before she linked up with Timbaland?
No, I think
Or
it
was
was
it around that
during
same
the
time?
time, yeah,
Oh, sick,
something
okay.
like that. But yeah, like just pop songs basically that was on the radio.
Cool.
We used to like sort of, which was not bad,
Yeah.
but sometimes we did have to like write some German stuff, you know,
I
some
don't know,
old
Guten
German.
Tag,
There you
and
go.
dann
There you
eins,
go.
zwei, drei, vier. I'm joking. Right, so when did you move to London? I mean, like the UK basically.
I moved in September 2011.
Wow,
Started college here.
that was the first time you did.
No. I've been here
been
like
in
a
and
couple
out.
times
Okay.
before that because my auntie lives here and my cousins and stuff.
Did you
Oh,
speak
that's it.
like? Did you speak English before you came here when you moved here?
But I said your English is 100%. Like,
Thank you.
100%.
That's
That's
Clearly,
amazing.
V man speaks English properly. Right? 100%.
100%, bro. It's a new one.
Well, yeah, I used to speak
Speaking English since 2016.
Alright, bro. Your intros, are you doing classes? Like, I'll sign up tonight.
English for beginners. Right? But yeah, sorry, go on, Frank.
Alright, man. Alright.
Well, yeah,
Guys, put me on blast.
no, but yeah, I used to speak English a little bit before that,
Sick.
but that was like based on the music that I was listening to, and I also speak like my mother's language, Tree, which is mixed with a lot of English, as you know, man.
Oh yeah, see, I'm Ghanaian, obviously, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. When I found this guy was Ghanaian, that was it. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But yeah, I
Wakanda
think-
forever.
Oh, there you have it. Wakanda
Let me
forever.
get into it.
We have a whole podcast about Wakanda right now.
I said we could do it right today. We could do it today.
For those who are listening, we've literally just seen the Black Panther film like yesterday, so everyone's still gassed
Yeah,
off.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
we're still very
There's loads of
hyped.
Wakanda references. Like,
Yeah.
today.
So Wakanda forever.
But yeah, sorry, V man, you were saying.
So
2011. That's where I moved
okay.
here, and
What part of the UK?
we used to move a lot. So the first time we moved to was Luton.
Mm-hmm.
Then we moved to Dunstable, which is like
Yeah,
just outside Luton. Then to Houghton Regis, which is just like just
Jeez.
outside Dunstable.
Yeah.
Sounds like
And then-
grass and farm.
Yeah, and that's when I then moved to Northampton because that's where I went to uni.
Okay.
So that's
dope.
where I'll be studying. That's the place that I was staying at most of the time.
Okay, what did you study?
Popular music and
Oh, nice.
drama. Yeah,
Sick.
Okay.
Sick.
yeah.
Was it like a music production part of that, or was it just like theory stuff?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Music production was involved. A bit of everything.
So is that? Would you say when you studied it, that's when you started to take it seriously? Then when or not even then, not really.
Not really. I mean, obviously that was something I always wanted to pursue. Like,
Yeah.
I always wanted to pursue a job in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously uni really helped me like to understand the options that I would have
Yeah.
in the music industry because it's just like a lot of rules, right?
Yeah, it's just not the songwriting.
It's a lot.
just
Yeah,
making
there's a
music.
lot involved, and so I don't know. Like, I think that the part where I really thought about like taking it serious
Mm-hmm.
was actually the showcase. It's actually funny. It's the Instros Only Showcase.
really?
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
was it that time was the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time I met you? That's the first time you went.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Imagine a quick story. Come out the train station. I saw a black guy looking lost. So I was thinking maybe you looking for the
At
show.
the showcase,
At
on
the
the
showcase,
way to
yeah.
Oh right, okay.
So I was on my way. I was like, "Mate, you looking for the showcase?" Like, "Yeah, I'm looking for it." So we go. I was looking for it as well.
Wait, that was
That's
the
alright.
huddle. That was
That's
the
a huddle.
Yeah, that was the huddle.
Oh, so it was a huddle.
Showcase.
So that was a huddle. My
It was
bad.
the
My
huddle,
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bro, this guy played these beats first time.
Yeah,
At
I
least
remember
start
when
walking up.
Fuego came to the producer huddle. For those of you that don't know, that's a monthly kind of networking showcase event we do for producers
Songwriters.
and songwriters. And Fuego came through, and I actually thought he was coming from Germany because he has like a German email. And when he bought a ticket, it came through. I was like, "Oh, shit, we got someone come from Germany today, Denise. And but anyway, he came in, and then he played his first joint, and then from there on, I was completely blown away. And I actually pulled him aside after that huddle. I was just like, yo, we've got this showcase coming up in May. I think it was like January or February. Yeah. And I was like, you need to enter because it'd be a great opportunity for you, and your beats are amazing. And lo and behold, he ended up winning it. So
you know what I mean?
He definitely
he
did
came
himself.
true, and he literally came true and provided.
He literally played some fire. So up until that point, I remember you telling me that you tried to enter a few showcases before.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about where were they and how they went and stuff.
Yeah. There was one showcase that I've entered in Germany actually. Okay. That was during the time where I was at uni in Northampton. So I flew to Stuttgart. It's like down south of Germany. Yeah. And they had a beat competition there, and took part in it. Didn't really go that far. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it depends on also like the fact where you're going to compete, because Germany is very different when it comes to like hip hop and stuff and beats and all that type of stuff.
Sort of sounds is not like your normal.
I mean, sort of, they got the sound that they like, you know what I mean, that they prefer, and so I don't know, it didn't really work out over there. So yeah. So, but I was fine. I mean, it was the first time I ever went to like a producer event like that. So the very first time, because it all really started with me watching Battles of the Producers
from
on YouTube. Yeah, from like those people in Toronto and
Canada.
Yeah,
something different out there. But
exactly.
Most.
So that's really where it started off. So yeah, that was first experience.
And then our show.
And then the real deal.
Yeah, so
tell us about your experience in the showcase. What was it like? Getting up in front of all of those people for the first time.
A lot of people there, bro.
Showing your music, getting the response that you did from the crowds, the judges. Yeah. And there's a flyer in the and just from everyone around. I'm sure you did a lot of networking as well that night. Yeah. Just tell us about the whole experience.
It was great. Starting off with the session on the boat. So there was like a how do you call it?
A producer panel. The night before the showcase.
Exactly. Yeah. So start off with the producer panel, because it was funny because there was like a lot of producers just on that boat as well. Yeah. So that was nerve wracking.
So does it go in stages? Like it starts off with the panel and then it goes to an actual
it's
showcase?
usually like a 2-day event, our producer kind of weekend. So the first night is our producer panel where we just bring in the guest judges that we fly out from the States. Shout outs to J Hatch from My Standard and Illmind.
Yeah.
We flew them out from the States, and the producer panel is basically we just sit them down. We have like a Q&A session with the up and coming producers, and then the next evening that's kind of like a warm up to the event, and afterwards people get to network and stuff like that, and then the next night is the big showcase where all of these producers from around Europe kind of battle it out to win like
stage and
big prizes.
So how do you get to? How did you get to the part where like you were able to go in front of the panel? Like, is there a selection process? Is it whittle you down, or
it's literally people just so people that submit for our showcase. It's done online on our website, instrosonly.com, by the way, and we obviously we screen all of the the submissions, and the ones that we accept, we send them a notification. And then they get free entry into the panel, which is a night before, and it's just a way of kind of like, it just makes it an extra special event rather than just them coming doing the showcase and then that's it. Like I said, they get to meet the judges one-on-one and have quality time with them and network with the other producers, and then the next night is the big one, is the showcase. So it's all around just a really good experience for anyone who makes music, really.
So what was that like for you? For you go, what did you like? What was the response like?
It was interesting. It was really good, because we had like
stage was scary, but
oh yeah, the stage was nerve wracking.
Yeah, when I went on there, bro, flipping.
Oh yeah, V-Man competed as well. They both competed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of mad, like. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I think like starting off from the panel, obviously that's where I saw most of the producers like coming together and stuff. I thought that was quite nerve-wracking as well, because it was like, it looked like everyone was older, looked like more experienced and stuff like that. So but everyone was pretty cool. That's where I actually met the Dope Boys as well.
Shout out to the Dope Boys.
Shout out to the Dope Boys. They are dope.
They're literally dope, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It started off with them speaking German. And obviously, as soon as someone speaks German, I just hear it like that. Yeah. So I just turned. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" We just talked from there, and we just went off from there. But yeah, everyone was pretty
Did
chill.
you know like the beat that you were gonna play? Did you know that like, okay, this is the song that's gonna like that I'm feeling right now? I'm gonna get this one's gonna get everyone hype. Like, did you know, or was you kind of like, I'm not sure?
Yeah, did you know like what?
Like
what
what
to
you
expect
doing.
when you were like picking your beats.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it's they play 3 tracks at the showcase, 1-minute snippets each, and then they get feedback from the judges and a score. And so like when you were picking your and also there's one more track we ask as well for like a backup track just in case there's like a sudden death.
Yeah.
But which there was that year actually, him and Black Bell, but we'll get to that in a minute. Shouts to Black Bell.
Shout out to Black Bell.
And so yeah, when you were picking your beats, did you know which ones would get like the reactions that they did, or did you just think, these are my strongest ones, I'm just gonna fling them in?
Yeah, like with most of the beats I was like, okay, these are my strongest ones, but then at the same time, because there was 4 beats in total that we had to select, right? So out of those 4, I think it was just one that I wasn't too sure of, and obviously you have to think of the order as well. I think that was my main issue. You remember? Yeah. The order was, I think, my main issue. I was fine with the beats, but it was just,
knew there were heaters.
Trust me.
He knew he was fine of him. He knew there were heaters.
You knew exactly what was there. One of your particular beats, one of my favorite beats that you've had. When you played, I was like, why are you not playing the first 3? I was thinking, why are you not playing the first 3?
The wealthy joint.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what's he doing? But I think you knew what you're doing. But I think you had this idea that that you're going to get further because you're going to play your last beat for the final round. So I think you knew exactly. So the idea, you knew exactly what you were doing, I guess.
I even said to Fuego, because like, again, for those listening, like Fuego has this one joint that he plays that's like everyone's favorite, and it's called Wealthy.
My hat goes.
He played it at a huddle one time and everyone's going crazy. And when he, because we obviously listen to the submissions when they send them through, when they send their beats through that are going to be put in the showcase, because we ask that they send them like a couple of days before the show, so we have them and we can load them up on our computer. And he sent through his first 3 tracks, and how it works is they play the first 3, and then the one is the backup joint, and that doesn't get played unless there's a sudden death round. And in his first 3 tracks, Wealthy wasn't there; it was a backup track. Wow. And the thing is, obviously, I can't be biased, so like I couldn't say to him,
why didn't you
like
play
why
that?
did you play that in there? I couldn't. I looked at it, I said, "Oh, Fuegs, man," but I couldn't say nothing because obviously. Everyone just has to choose it, and it's up to them. Yeah. So I didn't say anything, but it played out anyway because it ended up going to a sudden death. Him and Black Bell got
that was deep. It was tense.
Yeah, the 2 highest scores, and then obviously.
But that sounds like it worked out really well for you.
I know.
That you came in the sudden death.
And when you played that, I was like, yeah.
But so what was it like on stage? Like I said, getting a reaction from the judges. Yeah. What did the judges say about your tracks, and then feedback from the crowd and stuff?
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking at first because I'm not really, well, like the last time I've been on stage in front of people was like quite a while ago before that, so I had to get used to that. A lot of my mates came down unexpectedly. Like I saw the camp. I had a little camp. It was unexpected. Unexpected.
I didn't even know that. How many did you come with?
It was probably
whole crew, bro.
Almost like 10 people.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Gang.
Yeah, the whole gang was there. Yeah. Yeah.
That's friends you keep, but yeah.
From Germany or from M?
Oh no, from here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From here, because I got quite a few friends that live here.
Okay.
So yeah. At first it was a bit nerve-wracking, but then seeing all of my people there was, calming me down a bit, and yeah.
How was it to get to get feedback from Illmind, because he's actually pretty big of a big deal?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, how was that like?
Shouts to Ill.
Yeah, it was surreal, man. It was surreal. Like the stuff that they said as well, like that, it kind of touched me a bit.
Yeah,
because I don't know, because I never really had anyone judging my beats like that, or anyone that's been in the industry to say those type of stuff to me or about my beats, you know. So it was definitely. It was deep, you know.
So when it came to sudden death,
boost your confidence.
Definitely.
When it came to sudden death, it was you and Black Bell.
Yeah.
So the moment it got announced, like heart pounding, I guess.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I just wanted to play my beats and actually go back because
you know how
I'd actually just go back. I think Denise was like, "Oh, where's Jeffrey? Blah, 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 blah. It was just like looking for me, and well, I was like, okay, I'll stay. But then they called me and Black Belt up, which was surreal as well, because I know Black Belt as well, like for quite some time now, since I came to the huddle.
Black Belt,
so
shout out to him, man.
He's crazy as well.
This guy is mental, but it was, I don't know, man. It was the last round, you know. I mean, the three beats that you played as well were like ridiculous. That was stupid, you know. So.
It's funny as well because with Black Belt, his last beat that he played in the sudden death is actually my favorite Black Belt beat as well. So it was like my personal two favorites. And Black Belt even said like, I remember I spoke to him afterwards, and he was just like, "Oh man, I don't know, P. Like the joint I got in the sudden death round, it's not hitting like that." And I was like, "Bro, you're crazy! Like the shit was ridiculous." But anyway, you know,
speakers thumping.
Yeah. I mean, it just all came to the last round, but this guy was just, you know, he's still a winner anyway, so you know, 100%. I'm pretty sure you guys will talk about that later on.
Black Belt's gonna come on the show, so but okay, so you know, fast forward, you win the showcase, and then you fly out to Atlanta. Shout outs to Airbit, our sponsors. You flew Fuego out to ATL to compete in iStandard's Beats to the Beats, which is basically where you know, most of the talented producers from around the world, over 100 producers, I think, compete in this competition. iStandard pretty much do what Instros do. They're a lot bigger than us, of course. They go all over North America. And so we flew Black Belt out there. Or Black Belt actually went as well, actually. But we flew Fuego out there. And iStandard let Black Belt go as well because he came second. And so tell us a bit about, you know, Beat Camp and Beats to the Beats and the whole experience, you know, who you met. How people responded to your music, and just all of the knowledge you gained being out there.
It was again, it was a humbling experience. My first time in the States as well, so it's not bad, you know. Not bad.
Not a first bad place to go. ATL.
Exactly. Yeah, ATL was. I mean, music wise, definitely as well.
You can say the home of hip hop, but I mean, they had a big influence.
Especially now.
Especially now.
Trust me. Definitely. I mean, the first city that I got to, very different, you know, different people. But it was interesting, man. It was definitely interesting. I mean, the first couple of days, it was like more based on the competition and the day events of iStandard, which was good. The day events, again, it's just loads of producers, you know. Some of them didn't really necessarily take part in the Beats of the Beats, but, you know, it was just producers in general that came down to the event. There were panels, different producers would come down. I mean, we had people from members from the 808 Mafia coming down. We had FKI first, who I've been listening to for time as well.
Must be amazing to actually get to meet them.
Man, it was crazy, man.
Dope.
Yeah, just different producers, different engineers that have been working with people in the industry. We had 2 Chainz's engineer, his like his main engineer was there.
Street Runner as well. Shout out to Street Runner.
Man, it was a lot of people, man. I'm pretty sure I'm missing out.
It
was a lot of people coming down, and just talking about their experience, how they got to the position they're at right now. So
taking on board.
Definitely, man.
That must have been so inspiring for you.
Trust me, especially like people that you listen to, you watch them.
Literally, like,
you know what I mean?
It's different when you're in the room with them and they tell you about it. It's like, you can definitely tell that they've been through what they are saying. So man, it was very inspiring. A lot of gems, you know. A lot of gems.
What was one of the gems that you took away?
There's one gem that I took away from Jay Hatch, actually.
Shout out to Hatch.
Shout out to Hatch, man.
Still to get that book.
Global status. He's coming back again in May.
Mogul alert.
So I need to get that book. That book. I need to get
that book
is crazy. You need to read it. It's really good.
It's really good, man.
Sure.
One of the gems that I got from him is like, be hungry but don't be thirsty.
Yeah.
So as in like, be hungry for what you want to sort of achieve, where you want to go and stuff, but don't be thirsty. As in like, don't force yourself on people and stuff.
Like throw your face out there.
Yeah, that's something that I really took like with me because. I don't know, like
he's thirsty before when you know.
If you know what I mean.
I was thirsty, man.
Thirsty.
I mean, I'm hearing Atlanta goes down with feet. I'm joking. I won't get to that.
No, but yeah.
So are you saying like be hungry, like be like ready to like do what you do best, but don't be desperate? Is that what that
sounds
like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like how usually at these kind of events. Like if a big producer's out like judging, say at our showcase for Illman, for example, came out, first it would be sort of hounding, saying, "Oh, check out my mixtape," and just forcing a kind of interaction rather than just, maybe politely going up to him and say, "Hey, Illman, I'm a big fan of yours," and just having a nice conversation and then see where it goes, rather than be like, "Yo, I'm the hottest new producer out, check my shit out," you know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff. So I guess just etiquette in general, just
be humble.
Yeah, definitely. So that's one thing that I always like take with me. I'm still working on it, because you network with people, and then you just get in the room with like some big people and you want to like attack them kind of thing. But it's like you have to watch how you approach them as well. It's all part of like networking, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, obviously you met all of the big and established producers there, but there were, because I went out there with them as well, and there was obviously like loads of just talented up and coming producers as well in a competition.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the producers that you met and how actually talented they were, and how, it's how amazing music is being made. Because honestly, some of the stuff I was hearing in a competition, I just thought, wow.
Yeah.
Did really blow you away.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I expected it. Kind of, because
just because it's in the States.
Just because it's in the States, and I mean, there's like different people from the States, right? That came down. I mean, we have people from the West Coast, East Coast, you name it. So it was sick. It really was sick to hear the differences and stuff like that.
Were you more nervous than when you were at our show? Because there was only like 25 producers at our one, 24 or 25, and like here there was like 100 or something, 110 or something like that. So
definitely. I was definitely more nervous here because, I don't know. I was definitely more nervous. Over here, it feels more, I don't know, like close, right? Because Iceland is such a big thing, and people from everywhere just come down. Yeah, and it's like a lot of people to participate, much more than obviously our one. Yeah. So I was definitely more nervous because it was so close here. But I was still a bit nervous over there as well because I knew what I was kind of gonna probably expect.
You gonna compete again?
Hopefully, man. If God wants to, Yeah.
God's plan.
Yes. If God wants me to do it, I will do it.
Oh, amen.
Yes. But yeah, man, the producers over there were ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like we had D Davis, who became third of the competition. I thought he was so wavy, man. As I talked to him from the first day on, I was like, this guy is wavy.
He's on point.
D Davis is on point, man. He's calm and
D
quiet
Davis.
guy.
He kind of went under the radar as well.
He went under the radar.
There was a lot of really talented producers there, but I felt D Davis was one of the ones that no one was talking about.
No one.
But then he really showed out in the showcase.
Yeah, he was wavy, man. Chris Wells.
Shout out to Chris Wells. My guy Chris Wells.
This guy.
Incredible. He came second.
Yeah, the guy with the big hair, big afro, And he came with his entourage as well, which I really liked. Everyone had the same t-shirts, Wells at the back. Nice. I was like, sheesh, this guy is ready.
It's serious.
He is ready.
I'm not gonna lie though, because I first met Chris Wells outside when we were queuing up to go in.
That's what I saw.
We were all there, and obviously he had his shirts on, his entourage. Usually it's like the loudest people in a room are like the worst. I thought, he's probably one of these guys that just has all the merch but can't back it up. But I was definitely wrong about that because his music was incredible. So shout out to Chris Wells.
Confidence was high, man.
He wasn't as good as the first place winner, Beats to the Beats.
Come on, G.
Black Belt Beats.
Come on,
Black Belt Beats. That's the French gang. Come on.
Like, tell us about them, because obviously we went over there, me, you, and Black Belt as like Team Instros.
Yes.
And tell us how you felt the moment you saw your compatriot come back with first place.
Man, Black Belt, that's the brother, man. Literally, I can say that he's a real one, man.
That's
Seriously,
dope, man. See, Instros Only, we build families.
Yeah, of course,
friends.
man.
Definitely.
We all family, anyways. Yeah, man. He's the bro. So I've been staying with him throughout the whole trip. So
Yeah.
we've just been working together as well. Any free time we had, just been working on some beats. So when I saw him, like, to be honest, I knew the beats that he was gonna play because he showed me before. We were exchanging beats at first because that's what brothers do.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
but yeah, man, I knew it. I kind of had a feeling like he was definitely gonna take it, just because I don't know. I feel like his beats were like right and different from everyone else.
Yeah.
But still hard hitting.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell like this guy has like, in terms of music, like you hear so many different genres in his music, like it's ridiculous, and he infuses it so well.
Yeah.
And structure wise, it's like on top.
Yeah.
Mixing wise on top.
Drums are just
drums
different.
are
He's
just
not using the same
it sounds
drums
so
as
clean.
everyone.
disgusting. Like it just hits you in the
The
face.
man's hair as well, but we'll get to
Come
that
on.
later.
He's got everything. He's got the look. He's got
the look.
Personality. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I
from
mean?
France. His
got the accent.
French definitely
He's
works
got
with
the
the
accent,
girls.
So s'il vous plaît, all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know. Like when I went to the competition, I was just really embracing the time. I didn't really go there as like, I want to win. Obviously, it's nice to win and all that type of stuff, but I really just wanted to experience it, man, because I've never been.
Just
to
like how you wanted to experience, like going on beat battles and that, because you've watched it on YouTube, etc. and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And top it off, you won as well.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was hating.
Yeah, I think everyone.
I'm joking.
Like I said, we're gonna go over there, this year in December.
I think we should go 20. Like America, you should definitely come.
I'm on it.
Yeah, man up.
You all go there, and be like, yeah, we're here, Team Instros. Like we saying UK,
But
from Cred.
So since the competition, what connects have you made? What have you been working on since? Who you've been working with?
Yeah. So one thing I forgot to actually say as well, like after the competition, we stayed in ATL for like maybe additional 3 days.
Yeah.
So the day after the competition, when Blackwell won, he got invited to Mr. World Power's studio.
Shout out to Willpower.
Willpower. Who's Willpower again?
Willpower, man. This guy's been working with Travis Barker, Yellow Wolf,
Big Crit,
like you name it, man. Big people, like actually big people. And super cool guy, man. Like, bro, I could talk about this guy, man. He's super positive, always smiling.
Really
He's
nice
like
guy.
proper nice guy, man.
That's a vibe right there.
Yeah, man. And to see someone that achieved that much, to be still so humble
like that,
bro.
He literally, like, because I had left by the time that was happening, but you could see from the post, like for such a big producer to just kind of invite him into his new, because he's just building a new studio complex in Atlanta. And he invited him in. They went out to dinner, and like, Willpower doesn't know these guys, for it, like they're still up and coming.
Exactly.
So he was such a nice guy, and we're just really appreciative he was able to just be, the hospitality he showed was really appreciative.
Shout out to Willpower.
Shout out to Willpower.
So you guys got to meet him and like spend some time with him, and
he's a feature guest. He was gonna be a future guest judge at our showcase for sure.
Nice.
Did he throw any gems that you took?
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
Anything that stood out?
See, with him, like, so it started off at the interview. So Black Belt had his interview. Jay Hatch was there. Chris Wells was there. And a few other producers. So that it was just like an interview session at first. And we ended up staying at his like place for quite some time.
Oh, wow.
Even after the interview, we were just making beats, man. He was like, it's crazy, man. We were just making beats. We had our stuff with us. Black Belt actually reminded me to take my laptop because I wasn't about to take it on that day. So he's like, take it with you, man. Take it with you, you never know. I was like, okay, cool. So
He was
man.
right.
He was definitely right.
I really want to know like what the genres of music that was happening. I mean, when you're in a place like that and you've got so many producers, what's the main genre that's sticking out at the moment? What's trending?
In the competition, I would say how do you even call it? I mean, obviously trap music. If you're talking about general sort of genre,
yeah,
a lot of 808s, a lot of drops, a lot of drops, like
I mean, you have to in battles, just
it's part of it. I mean, a lot of that. Then, I mean, mainly that. Then we've got this new thing called
future bass, isn't
future
it?
bass,
that kind of stuff.
Wait, so there's a new genre called future bass. I've heard. Someone told me about that the other day. I was like, "What's future bass?
Future bass is
how futuristic is the bass?
It's very futuristic.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's Wakanda.
It's Wakanda. It's coming.
That vibranium music.
Wakanda bass, man. Yeah, I'm finished.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
I'm finished.
It's ridiculous. Like a lot of future bass stuff, which I feel like it works very well with like producer battles.
Yeah,
very well.
I need to check it out. So can I
Can
go on
you
YouTube?
see
Can I go?
yourself
Yeah.
like producing some future bass music or incorporating it, kind of fusion it?
Listen to some of your beats. Your bass has like it's got that
signature sound.
Yeah, it has. Literally, it has.
It just has that bounce.
That bounce. That. I don't know what it is, but it's.
Thank you,
man.
bro. I mean, I mean, I will infuse it a little bit in my beats.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I wouldn't call it like necessarily future bass because I just do what I kind of like, I don't know, like future bass is really. It's future bass. It's like I feel like I've talked about this with Black Bro actually. Yeah. Because it sounds like hard work. Like hard work. You have to have certain VSTs. Yeah. You have certain programs. Certain synths.
There's certain synths like
that will just fill everything up.
You literally can just have that synth, a kick and a drum, and a kick and a snare.
And that's your futuristic bass.
I
could just right now. I could just do it right now.
Make some
I mean that type of stuff. I mean, to be honest, I don't feel like I have like one thing that I stick to anyways. I just try to switch it up.
You have a lot of variations on some of your beats now. That's pretty dope.
That's really interesting because you can hear like with some producers they may think, okay, well that's the new sound, let me jump on it, but you kind of feel like you're sticking to your own sound and you're gonna work with that, or
I mean, I'm not even sure if I've got a sound yet.
You got a sound. I think your drum pattern. These drum patterns like
just bounce.
It's bounces.
That's all they need to know. Like
when you hear bounce, that's fuego. You know what I mean? Fuego.
I think this brand, like the whole fuego thing, and honestly,
I remember hearing you at the first producer huddle that I went to, and like your beats really stuck out to me. Because
like he's got like trap influence stuff, but it's not like.
It's not the
standard trap like
it just it's not
that.
It's just
with the bass stabs.
The bass stabs that.
His shit just knocks, and it's like it's musical, but it's very trappy. I don't know. It's like you have to listen to
that
it.
That first one, what was it called again? The beat that you had.
The Wealthy.
The one that went out. Yeah, Wealthy. That one. Yeah, that one is with the whole saxophone sample.
Oh no, it's about Luxury.
Luxury. Yeah. That's. You know what I mean?
Thank you. You guys getting me gassed up.
But when we wrote that, seriously, when you first press play on that day in that huddle, I was like, bruv, what's going on here? This guy's making something completely like different. Still incorporate the whole modern sound to it, but you're making something. So keep going, bro. I want to hear more, bro.
So like, what kind of stuff are you working with now? Because I heard you played me one of the joints you worked with like an American guy, right?
Yeah.
What was that joint? Was fucking fire. Like maybe we'll try and pull it up later, but. What's that about, and who else are you working with?
Yes, that was DQ Hampton. Shout out to DQ.
Shout out to DQ.
He's actually a winner of I think it was the Coast to Coast.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the final of Beats of the Beats, there were like several events like in one sort of under one roof.
Yeah, Coast to Coast had their
Coast to Coast had their
which is an artist showcase.
Yeah, then I Standard had like that I Write competition, which is like a songwriters competition.
Okay.
Similar to Coast to Coast.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, the final one was the Beast of the Beats.
So it was a whole
so we actually had a chance to like see people that actually took part in those competitions, and DQ Hampton won the I believe it's the Coast to Coast. I'm not sure. Either the Coast to Coast or I Write. I think it's the Coast to Coast one, but he was rapping, and man, he won it. like I definitely felt his energy, man. Like he was literally like rocking the stage.
Yeah,
I felt his energy. So yeah, we were just talking right after, really, because that was the first time I met him. We were like exchanging details, blah blah blah, and yeah. Then there was Black Belt sent me some samples. He always sends me stuff, man. Samples, drum kits. Yeah. This guy is like, he's got everything, man.
He's the
plug. He's the plug.
Yeah, he's plug.
He is the plug, man. So, yeah, he sent me the sample, flipped the sample a bit, done the beat on it, got his blessings, and boom, just send it over to DK, who then just recorded on it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he killed that shit, man. I listened to it and it was. That's a hit for sure. What's got? Is anything happening with that? Like, have you? Are you gonna release it, or is it just?
Yeah, I think he's got like a project coming up. Like, I think it's a mixtape. So
okay.
I'm not sure if he's gonna include it, of course, but yeah, we'll see, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the future goal for you though? Like, where do you want to take your beats? Do you want to like get a publishing deal? Do you want to create an EP? Work with new artists? What's next?
I think the main thing I'm focusing on right now is actually finding artists that are local. Yeah. You know, because there are a lot of local good artists.
Good artists, 100%.
That you actually have to look for. You really have to like dig. Yeah. One thing that I've realized, like here in London, especially, you really have to like dig for like the artists because they're really around. There's so many talented artists around. It's ridiculous. You know, so
around even SoundCloud as well. You can.
So how are you looking for your artists? Like, if like people listening to the podcast, how are you finding them? Like, what do you want them to reach out to you or?
I wish they could reach out to me. Oh, that would be so easy, man. No.
This is your opportunity now.
Trust me.
Like, reach out to me.
Where can I get hold of you, Fuego X?
Hey, make sure you're fire though. Yeah, social media, Instagram.
What's your handles?
You can find me under Fuego X Beats, so FUEGO X Beats, all written together. On Twitter, Instagram, and so on. Yeah, so Instagram really, YouTube. That's where I find some like new artists.
Yeah, what are you looking like an artist? What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Marika's curious.
Trust me. Oh, just let you know. Marika, she's sick. Trust me.
She's trying to get a feature. I think I saw her slip Fuego her mixtape.
You know what I mean? Trust me.
It's all good. It's all good. Just let us know.
Just taking notes, like I can see it.
What am I looking for? I don't know, someone that I can actually just see myself like working with like long term, you know.
Long term, not just one quick
not just one quick one beat.
Trying to develop an artist.
Exactly, man. That's why I think that's the best thing that you can do as a producer.
Pretty much.
Honest, you know. So yeah, what I'm looking for is just, I don't know, like the passion really. Like, you know how you can hear passion like people's music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I really feel the passion, like, boom,
on the go.
That's
it. Good to go.
You just don't want that. Like, I make music. I'm just looking for beats. I've come across.
I mean, to be honest, nowadays everyone makes music, man.
Everyone. You want that person that wants to make music. You know,
that wants to make music. Exactly. You know. So yeah.
Do you collab with producers?
Of course, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, done a thing with you.
Oh yes, you did, didn't it?
Yeah. So I'm sending you the beat. I got it.
I'm waiting for that feedback.
Did you guys finish that?
We didn't finish that. What was
the beat is done.
The beat is done.
I just need to
think certain things about it. But besides that, we need one artist just to be on that. Yeah, that's it. We're good to go.
It's a common thing with producers, just unfinishing things. Like I find this quite a lot.
That's pretty much what we do.
It's the 808's there, but that's all.
I've got a good 8 bar on the track, and I'll name it something. I don't know.
I'm so terrible with finishing beats.
Oh, mate.
It's actually bad. I'm not even going to lie. It's so bad.
I'll give you a list right now, but we won't get into it.
It is bad, man. Like, it's bad. I need to work on that, but yeah.
Maybe
especially
you should like
them as
set
well.
yourself a challenge. So like you do like a month challenge where you finish every single beat that you make.
I mean, what I've started doing now as well is like I've got this board where I just write down the beats that I've started.
Nice.
The potential, like, because I don't know, like I said earlier, like, you know how some certain artists sometimes put up like their emails because they are looking for beats.
Yeah.
If that happens, I just
you're
write it
ready
down.
in it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. which beat I could see myself sending to who kind of thing.
Sick.
Okay.
That's dope.
I mean,
That's dope.
it's still like a luck thing anyway. So like if someone picks your beat kind of thing, but
Yeah,
You've got your own method.
yeah, I try to write it down, man, because.
So say like if I threw something at you like, oh, alright, Gigs is looking for beats. Do you have something that's prepared, like that all might sound like you sound?
Yeah.
Would you like send something that you might challenge him? Sort of thing, or like, not challenge him, but like
Just throw a bit of a curveball.
throw a bit, curveball. Yeah.
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
A bit of both, man. I try a bit of both. I think I still play it safe.
Yeah.
Like I would choose a beat that I can.
You'll send that Gigs type beat.
There you have it. But the one thing is I can't like even if I try to copy someone's type of beat or whatever, it always
that's
ends
another
up,
thing that's gonna be. That's another thing. What do you think about type beat producers? What do you think about?
I don't think he is a type beat.
No.
That's what I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I don't like. You can hear Fuego rhythm. You know what I mean? So, what would you think of this whole thing that? Okay, I need to probably try and make a beat like that's produced by Murder Beats or produced by Mike Will. Do you feel like you have to do that sometimes, or like would you?
Do you follow the trend?
Follow the trend.
Sounds?
You can be influenced. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think it's smart as well. I mean, that's what I do as well. I mean, I still try to stick with my own sound because the one thing is, even if I try to copy someone's this beat or whatever, it will never really end up the same. You know what I mean?
True.
So I don't know. Like I listen to a lot of like new stuff, new hip hop stuff now. That's popular now and stuff.
Do you listen to the radio?
Oh.
Nope.
I won't sit down and put.
Like, when I said I don't listen to the radio in the last episode, they were looking at me like I was crazy.
See, if you say radio, what type of radio? Like,
let's say your normal.
Do you listen to a commercial
radio station?
No,
you don't. Okay.
I can't.
That will play.
Is that because you don't want to be inspired? Hold on. Is it because you don't want to be inspired or influenced by the sounds that are already out there, or what is your reason for not listening?
Give him the rules, Fuegs. Tell him the rules.
I'm just curious.
Wait.
Sad.
Uncensored.
You know what I mean? Trust me.
No. I don't know. It's like I feel like even cool. Radio.
So why don't you listen to radio, Fuego?
I don't
Solid
know.
reason.
I don't know. I do like to choose what I want to listen to, man.
Okay.
I think that's like the main thing. Like I want to choose what I want to listen to.
As in, you want some variety. When you're listening to the radio, and not just the same 5 songs over and over again.
But as a producer, you're most likely going to make something that will end up in that whole
heavy rotation
of. So
I mean, I don't know.
Controversial.
Being that guy,
Controversial.
But I understand why you don't listen. Me personally, I get what you mean. I sometimes radio is a bit.
I feel sometimes. Like you know what is
every time.
Yeah, you know what is. You know what I feel like. I feel like they always go off certain trends. Like let's say there's one certain trend. Remember that trend that was like I'm not even sure if it's still running, but you know that dancehall type.
Dancehall,
you know what I mean? Like it's like there's one thing that comes up. Let's say Drake or Rihanna do work.
When that dropped in the beginning of the year 2016, was it? I realized all these pop artists decided to go and jump on that whole thing.
Yeah. Everything was just history.
I saw Ariana Grande who was jumping on that.
Like literally,
was a good song.
The very instrumentals, like identical instrumentals, just with a different artist.
Pretty much,
like identical. Like you could sing the lyrics to like. You know, a Drake song over it, like that they copied. It was ridiculous.
It's like I don't know, man. They just like to recycle the sound, you know, that is popping at the moment.
That's good. It's formula.
The reason why I'm asking that question as well is because you can listen to the radio, for instance, and hear about new artists that are emerging. Established
I think Marika secretly works for like commercial.
She works for Global. She works for Global.
She's a plant from like one of the big 4 radio stations.
endorsements.
They embedded her in our podcast. To like,
no, but the reason why, but like, would you not want to know who those artists are? So perhaps you can reach out to them or find out who their A&R is, or do you know what I mean? And kind of
I get
work it that way.
Yeah.
You're already at a standard where you're good enough to be heard and by those sorts of people. So
but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like if they are on like big radios like that, then kind of they're already sort of established, and that's how I feel like
they're not reachable.
Yeah, in a way, is kind of
everyone's
unreachable.
reachable.
It is difficult. They have certain producers that they want you to work with.
I know
certain genres that they have to send. You know what I mean? It is. Like, I mean, nothing's. You never say never, but it is like
exactly.
You're not really gonna get a track to Rihanna, most likely, unless you know someone in a camp or you're close to them, or
pretty much.
Or you just have a bunch of luck, you know. Because
Rihanna's not going to tweet saying, look for beats. Send to Rihanna at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. That's not going to happen.
Rihanna 1 at gmail.com.
Number one. No one's supposed to. 5% would be
beats for Rihanna.
Or Sweetie Rihanna at gmail.com.
Beats for Rihanna at Rihanna.com.
Rihanna.com, you know what I mean? No, you ain't going to get that, so... Yeah, man. No, I hear what you're saying.
So
I hear what you're saying. It's tough. But
so I wouldn't necessarily like listen to radio to get hold of artists that I want to work.
Nah, most like go underground, go to some of these like showcases, or like these things in Shoreditch. Like you have like an open mic events.
Exactly.
Reach out. That's best.
Exactly.
But a bit of Radio 1 on a Monday morning.
Yeah, I mean,
before we go to work and all that.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's not like I hate radio. I really don't like.
But the music that they provide us.
I mean, if my stuff was playing on the radio, bro, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it's true. But the reasons why they do that, of course, is because the labels, they do that.
Yeah.
The labels will go to these radio stations and do that. But that's a whole other topic.
Exactly.
We'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
But before we wrap it up, Figs, I just want to quickly ask, like, obviously being from Germany and stuff, what like German artists are popping right now that we should we should keep an eye on? Because I remember you showed me one guy, a producer, but he made a beat for, like, so the producer Rascal, he's a German producer, right?
Yeah.
Rascal.
What
was that track? Is it Serious Klein?
Serious Klein.
Yeah, he was dope.
Man,
Rascal's
definitely one of the producers that influenced me as well, man.
Yeah.
Like to be like open-minded with music, and you know.
Who else is popping out in Germany that we should keep our eye on?
As a producer,
both producer and artist.
MC Schweinsteiger.
MC Schweinsteiger. No. As a producer, I would definitely say OZ.
Okay.
OZ. He's from Switzerland, I think. Yeah, he's from Switzerland. He's probably like the top producer from like Germany area, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, he works with like everyone in the States. Like start off with Meek Mill, to like everyone.
Yeah.
Literally Drake. Everyone.
He's
man.
everyone's producer.
Everyone's producer. He's gone. He's out of it. He's been Grammy nominated as well.
Okay.
So he's out of it, man. But yeah, him, German artists. There's this girl called Unique.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's now. I'll definitely say she's big, but female producer.
Okay.
I mean, rapper. Sorry, rapper. Yeah, at first I had a little bit of sort of contact to her as well, and she was about to spit some bars on my beats, but some politics happened, and it didn't really go the way I wanted. But yeah, she's super dope, man. She's signed now as well. Like seeing people like that, like.
Was that the one you said was from your area or something?
Like Hamburg. Yeah, she's from Hamburg.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't. There's someone else from Hamburg that I know.
Okay.
But she's from Hamburg as well. She's super dope, man. She's signed to a major now. It really looks like it's working for her, man.
Yeah.
She found the right camp and stuff. I like seeing stuff like that, man. When you see people literally coming up,
for real.
and like just being on top and stuff, So yeah,
that's gonna be you in like the next year or so, Fuego. We're gonna see Fuego on a Drake joint or like on a Rick Ross joint or something, because
that would be dope.
If I get flown out to America, save for the tickets.
I keep telling Fuego, like when he's in the studio with Kanye.
You know what I mean?
Don't forget about us. Like, I'm saying, just don't forget about Instros.
Definitely, man.
Don't forget where you started.
Trust me. Quick question before we go. Who do you like look up to in terms of production wise?
Like top 5
producers. Top 5. Yes, for that. Yes, for that. Sorry. Not in any order.
Not
Top
any
5
order.
producers.
Not any order.
And
okay,
your
that's
personal favorites, not necessarily the greatest, just your
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
cool. My
favorites.
personal favorite has to be Timbo.
Yeah,
Timberland. Yeah,
Dope.
Timberland is. These are the reason why I started doing all of this.
Dope.
So Timberland. I really like Ryan Leslie as well.
Yo.
Ryan
my
Leslie.
favorites.
So underrated. Like, why does he
I
not
know,
get
Ryan
that?
right?
Leslie is ridiculous,
Ah.
man. I feel like I don't know. I just used to binge watch his videos on
Man wear
YouTube. Him
suit
creating.
in the suit.
I would watch that and literally open up Fruity Loops straight away and
Trust
just
me.
do my thing.
Yeah, he's
you know what I
incredible.
mean? Yeah. So Ryan Leslie.
He's someone you're inspired by.
Yeah,
right?
he's one of my
So,
favorites as well.
Yeah.
Right, that's dope, bro.
Ryan Leslie definitely. Of course, Pharrell. I can't forget.
Oh,
Pharrell.
Neptunes,
Neptune.
Chad
Pharrell
Hugo,
with-
can't forget Chad.
Neptunes,
Oh,
come
yeah,
on,
Chad,
man.
oh, yeah.
I had a phase where I was wearing all Billionaire Boys
Boys
Club.
Club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I had the
yeah.
running dog trousers. You know, I had all of that, man. Babe shoes. So yeah, this guy definitely influenced me. So that's 3, yeah.
That's really 2 more.
2 more. Oh shoot! Damn, he's actually after Timbo. I completely forgot about him. Boy Wonder.
Oh.
Sorry,
yeah.
Boy
Loves
Wonder.
him.
If you listen to this,
Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder is another person I really highly look up to.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he pretty much like developed with Drake, you know. And
Pretty much.
I look at
comeback
his
season
yeah,
days
I
and-
look at his career as in like
Yeah.
that's what I kind of want to go to because that's what he did. Like he developed with Drake,
Pretty much.
you know. And look what Drake is at now.
10 years deep.
You know?
That's true.
Exactly. So, Boy Wonder all the way.
Last one.
So
at least.
and the last one, sheesh. I think you know who I'm gonna say.
Peanut producer.
Yeah.
He knows.
Hey, Fino in the building.
Peanut producer. Alright, we're done. Wrap up.
Yeah.
Come on, G.
Is it?
Oh man.
Is it? Do I know him? Do I know him?
The final one, I will have to say Wonder Girl.
Oh,
I was
yes.
gonna say it could be.
Wonder Girl.
Yes, Wonder
Yeah.
Girl.
Wonder
Listen.
Girl is yeah. Like I said, I used to start watching just Battle of the Producers or Beatmakers,
Beatmakers, yeah.
which is
Hard.
in Toronto, and that's how she started. You know.
Yeah, look at her, bro.
And look at her now as well, man. She
Travis Scott.
Travis
Jay-Z.
Scott, Jay-Z. Come on,
I think
man.
after that show, that Battle of the
Amazing.
Beat, she went on
Yeah.
to get Jay-Z placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
It was
that.
all after, man. It was
Yeah.
all after.
And
And
Ryan Leslie.
Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan
Leslie.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big ones.
I mean, she was
Done very
working.
well, man.
I think she was working quite closely with Boy Wonder as well. And,
Yeah.
you know, they were feeding
I'm
off each
glad
other and
you
stuff.
That's right.
represented for the female.
Oh, trust me. All about female
yeah,
empowerment, man.
and she's
Come on,
a
man.
hey, come on, man.
Repping,
She's a
man.
female producer. Yeah,
Now we have like female engineers doing the big
man.
thing.
Come on,
Yeah.
bro. It's time, man.
It's time, bro.
Time.
Yeah, I feel like if you see a female producer or a female like in the field that you normally don't
Yeah,
see them,
that's right, yeah.
they tend to be
They're
like
gonna-
very
yeah.
good.
Very good. They know what
very,
they're doing.
very good. Yeah, so
And they'll make
Yeah,
sure.
man.
oh yeah, yeah, they tend to be like very good. So
Yeah, man.
Wonder Girl's definitely one of the people.
Sick.
Cool, Fuego. So, thanks again for coming through.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks for
You're
having
welcome
me.
back anytime. You know your
No
family
doubt.
out here.
Of course, I'm coming back, bro. I
Oh,
actually
oh,
like this. This is
Family.
100.
Yeah,
this is fun,
dope.
man.
So yeah, we'll we'll see you at the next event. We've got a huddle coming up next month,
Yes, sir.
and see you at the showcase as well. If you're gonna come back, retain the title.
Damn.
Ooh.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure.
No
Pressure is
pressure at all.
Ooh, trust me.
Mm.
So yeah, give up for Fuego, everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you, bro.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank
Feel
you.
the same. Feel the same.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
What's up? It's your boy Ryan Leslie. You know I'm all about any movement that's for producers by producers. Salute and shout out one time to InstrosOnly.com, the For the Culture podcast. Make sure you keep it locked.